Alright, what's up? Welcome back for another video, everyone. If you're already subscribed, you're awesome. If not, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, because we upload 3 times a week. Alright, so welcome back once again, everyone, to this video. So I already have a video comparing these Swisstraxx, because I do have the regular rib tracks, and then I do have the smooth ones. Those light gray ones are the smooth ones. I'm going to have a pros and cons video on that, so be sure to go check that out. This video, though, is my personal experience with these after living with them for just over a year. And if you're subscribed to the channel, you already know, but if you're not, I do a bunch of stuff in the garage all the time, always working on the cars. Stuff I don't film as much that I might start is some housework, some yard work, and stuff like that. So I use the garage pretty heavily, and this is my personal experience with these Swisstraxx. So as you can see, I'm gonna pan through the garage. It's not like one of the showroom garages. I actually use the garage all the time and kind of messy here and there. So just look through the garage quick, and then we'll go over some of my experiences. These are the 2 cars that are usually in the garage. That's my 240SX. That's my wife's 190E. Her spot is the pink one. I have the green one. That's how we have it laid out. Ordered these tiles. We paid for them, by the way, so just throw that out there. We ordered these tiles from Obsessed Garage. He actually had the best prices on his website that were better than Swisstraxx. Maybe if you email that, Swisstraxx will give you a better price. I don't know. I think through his website they have a link to the Swisstraxx designer for the floor. So you put in your dimensions and you could start laying out the tiles in whichever way you want. Then at the end it tells you how many of each tile you need. It makes it almost foolproof. It's a very good feature. Definitely use that when if you're gonna buy these Swisstraxx. So my garage is 22 by 20 and a half, which came out to about 451-ish square feet, and it cost us just under $1,900 to do this. So laying these out, I decided at the front I wanted to make sure I had a full tile at the front and a full tile here, because this is the doorway, the main entrance into the garage, and then this is obviously the garage door. So I wanted a full tile there and there just to make it look nice. I did cut this a little prematurely, so that's why it's a little extra large. So I mean, I could use another tile to replace that, but it doesn't bother me that much. But when you're going to make your cuts, leave those for the very end. Then along the back wall, it's not a full tile, and along the side wall, and I'll show you here because it's actually easier. I could have done this a little bit better, obviously, but I actually just wound up using a circular saw. You could probably find whatever you can to make that cut, to make a straight cut if you can. But once again, that's really the only piece of the wall you see by itself, so that cut isn't the greatest, but it's also, I also could have done a better job. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's go over the main thing, the main issue I've found with these over the past year is cleaning and keeping it clean. All right, well, if you see on the floor that you got all these leaves and stuff like this, this stuff isn't going to come out by sweeping. So you see it's just breaking apart the leaves, and it doesn't like to sweep that easily. The easiest way I found to do this is actually just use a leaf blower. One of the other methods is obviously just using a shop vac, but leaf blower is faster. The other benefits of the vacuum is, I guess if it's strong enough, you could actually get some of the dust and the dirt from underneath the tiles. Other than that, the leaf blower does an okay job at it, but the vacuum's a lot better at it. The leaf blower and the vacuum are only if you want to keep your garage in good enough shape, I guess. People that really want to clean it deeply will remove the Swisstraxx completely, or in sections, and do a section at a time and really get underneath, but I don't go that crazy. Another negative is you got to be careful when you're using a grinder or something, because as you see, there's a piece of a bolt or whatever's there, and it melted through, so be careful with that. Once again, if you go check out that other video with the rib tracks versus the smooth tracks, I explain the differences between them, but the smooth are a lot harder to vacuum through. This is a classic rib track. This is the smooth one. You see the holes are a little smaller, but I kind of like these a little better. Another could be a pro, could be a con, depending on you, is liquid getting through them. I guess if you're currently working on the car, it's a pro because you don't have to lay in it, but it's a con because you have to lift the tiles up to clean it. But we know for a fact that that car has a slow oil leak, and that's parked here all the time. So you can see kind of the stains on the white. You can't get through that without pulling up the tiles to clean that up. It's slow enough where it's not a big deal, but if you drop it, if you spill like coolant or stuff, or you spill your whole oil pan, you have to lift every single tile up just to clean that underneath. Might be the biggest thing that I might have done differently if I knew at the time, but keeping the tiles themselves clean. Instead of these light gray ones, I should have went with darker gray or black. Mainly the high traffic areas, the rib track spots where we park the cars, I don't care that much because it looks cooler, I guess. But the in-between spot, the border where we have the light gray, the whole border, the middle, and the side where we have the light gray, the high traffic areas get really nasty looking. Steam mopped this not too long ago, maybe about a month or two ago, and I actually haven't done that much work in the garage since then, and I'll show you the difference. Now I went up to the attic and got a cut piece of tile to show you, because this is still brand new. This has never been walked on, brand new in box. I'll show you a fresh comparison to a fresh brand new, well, piece of one, and high traffic area. My toolbox, 240 is usually parked right here. Obviously toolbox, you go to the toolbox all the time. Look at that difference. I feel like we steam mopped these maybe about 3 times since we've had these tiles. Obviously, that's the most extreme of the case, but I'll show you by the door where it's not usually greasy, not dealing with greasy car parts, and it's just walking in the garage to do normal garage things. Oh, hey, kid. There you go. This is garage entrance, and this is just walked on with regular sneakers. Not extra greasy from car work or anything like that, because all the car work happens in the garage. This is just in and out, normal traffic. And last and certainly not least of things you should know before you buy Swisstraxx or living a year and a half with Swisstraxx, whatever you want to name this video, when you use your jack stands, make sure you put a pad underneath. So hold on. So I cut a bunch of pieces of wood, jack stand, sits right on top, so you don't have the feet of your jack stands digging into the plastic, and you can break it. You can snap it. It started to happen there. So one tip I like, well, me and the wife like to use is like Dawn Power Wash, or I feel like we've even used the Mr. Clean Magic Eraser for the higher grease areas. Dawn Power Wash seems to work pretty damn good. That, old sponge, and some warm water. So this is the tile that we cleaned, and that's the old one. So as you can see, it worked a lot. It worked pretty damn good. It's not perfect. If we did let it sit a while, so maybe if we didn't let it sit so long, it would have cleaned up a little bit nicer. But hold on. Old, cleaned, brand new. So as you see, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better. If you happen to have Swisstraxx and you're watching this video anyway for whatever reason, and you have a better way to clean the Swisstraxx, leave the comment down below. I'm down to try anything.
That's what she said.
So I wanted to make this video because most of the ones I see on YouTube are basically people buying them and installing them, and it's not as much of living with it for over a year. So this is my experience with the Swisstraxx, using them in a normal, average home garage. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any suggestions on how to clean the Swisstraxx a little bit better, let me know down below. If you like content like this, I'm trying to throw a little bit more of stuff like this out there instead of just really focused on car stuff. So hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you like the videos, if there's anything else you want to see. I do have these sick new age cabinets that I installed. I have a video on that too. And that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that bell and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one.